Hey everyone, and welcome. We're always told that to succeed, you've got to be the best, the brightest, the top of your class. But what if that constant pressure to be excellent is actually causing our most promising students to crumble? Today, we're going to dig into a really troubling paradox in modern education and look at how one country, Finland, might just have figured out a better way. So, take a look at this number, 70%. Right now, it's just a number on a screen, right? But what it represents is a startling and frankly pretty worrying reality for so many of the world's top students. And here it is. This is the story behind that number. According to data reported by NetEase, a huge majority of students who are suffering from depression are also high achievers. I mean, these are the kids we assume are absolutely thriving, the ones with the best grades and what looks like the brightest futures. This brings us to something we can call the top student paradox. It's this weird state where students get so consumed by the pressure to perform that they're trapped in this cycle of high-pressure self-drive. They might look totally solid on the outside, but their mental energy is just completely drained. It's kind of like a skyscraper that looks magnificent right up until the moment it suddenly collapses. This really forces us to ask a tough question. Why are the very students we think are winning the race the first ones to fall apart? It kind of suggests that maybe, just maybe, the race itself is the problem. And that leads us to look at the different ways we can even think about education in the first place. So, at its core, education really presents a choice between two very different paths, two fundamental ideas about what school is even for. Are we trying to filter for the best, or are we trying to grow the best in everyone? On one side, you've got what's called the screening model. This is all about score-based competition. Its main job is to rank and filter students, all driven by external rewards, like grades and test scores. But then, on the other side, you have the nurturing model. And here, the focus shifts completely. It's all about individual growth, about developing each kid's unique potential. The goal isn't chasing validation from the outside, but building motivation on the inside, and, crucially, prioritizing their well-being. And this brings us right back to Finland, because Finland has famously built its entire world-renowned education system on that nurturing model. Their whole approach really stands on four key pillars that completely reshape what it even means to go to school. So let's break them down. We're talking about a system built on community over competition, thinking over just memorizing facts, having empowered teachers, and creating flexible paths to success for every single student. Okay, let's start with that first pillar. Just imagine a country with absolutely no school rankings, no lists of the best schools. In Finland, the belief is super simple. The best school is the one closest to your home. This totally eliminates that whole high-pressure school district frenzy and makes sure that every kid has access to a quality education right in their own neighborhood. This next idea is just perfectly captured in a quote from Peter Vesterbacka, the guy who created Angry Birds. He really nails the second principle here, fostering creativity and critical thinking. The whole system is designed to encourage kids to question everything, to think for themselves, and to see learning as this cool exploration, not just a task to get the right answer. Now, at the very heart of the Finnish system are the teachers themselves. In Finland, teaching is one of the most respected jobs you can have. It's mandatory for teachers to have a master's degree. And get this, once they're in the classroom, they are given incredible freedom. They're trusted as professionals to design their own lessons and teaching methods based on what their students actually need, not some rigid, top-down script. And that professional trust leads right into the fourth pillar, flexibility. While a lot of systems have this rigid 3-year high school race to the finish line, Finland lets students personalize their own timeline. They can finish in 2, 3, or even 4 years. If they need more time or want to improve a grade, no problem. They can retake exams and just adjust their pace. It's their journey. And that flexibility is backed by a massive piece of the puzzle. University education in Finland is completely free. This just removes the enormous financial pressure and anxiety that hangs over students in so many other parts of the world. The path to higher learning is open to anyone who wants it based on their desire to learn, not on their ability to pay. That's a game changer. So when you add all these pillars together, you start to see the real bottom line here. The goal isn't just to crank out academic superstars. It's to build resilient, healthy, and happy human beings. And this focus on well-being isn't just some nice idea. It's actually built right into the school day. Finnish schools have tons of extracurriculars, they provide professional psychological counseling right there on campus, and they actively teach students how to balance the demands of learning with the rest of their life. What's really interesting is that this ideal isn't just a Finnish thing. This quote is from China's own Ministry of Education, and it says the fundamental goal is the harmonious physical and mental development of students. So it's a universal principle, this idea that education should be about nurturing the whole person. The real question is how we actually put that principle into practice. Which leaves us with a final, really fundamental question to think about. What is the true purpose of education? Is it to build a perfect scoring machine? Or is it to create an environment where every single child has the freedom to shine in their own unique way? Finland has made its choice. For many others, that question is still very much on the table. Thanks for watching.